My first question is, I'm hearing a lot of this buzz about bubble being created in NCR, and I really want to know it from the horse's mouth, because you're right there operating here. What is your view?
I absolutely do not agree that it is a bubble. Yes, the prices rose very fast, but if you see, it's a cycle. Every 10 years, this honeymoon period of residential real estate, as I say, it comes, where the prices escalate very fast, but they do not decrease after that, they stabilize. So, what I see, the price is not coming down, because all the stakeholders that you see in Noida, all the developers that you see in Noida are strong. In fact, across Delhi NCR, with God's grace, they are very, very strong. So, they have the holding capacity, no one will be reducing their prices. But yes, what I see in the next decade, prices not going a lot up, they will stabilize to where they are. What developers will do is come out with good schemes like a 30% now and a 70% on the offer of possession.
Can you help me understand how the pricing has moved in the last couple of decades, and how do you see, how can you validate what you are talking about pricing right now? How the real estate prices, how have you monitored them? For people to understand how the prices in residential real estate move, and I would also want to know why did you say that the honeymoon of residential real estate is kind of over, because I didn't know that there was a honeymoon going on.
Oh yes, it was every 10 years, as I said, this cycle comes. Last time it came was 2010, and where the prices suddenly almost double in residential real estate, and then they stabilized, they never decreased from there. But for almost a decade, they were stagnant, and suddenly post COVID, yes, the honeymoon period for the real estate started, and the prices mostly in the residential real estate as an average have tripled, especially in Noida, rest of the parts not so much.
So, is it good that the prices have tripled, or is it not good for the industry?
Industry is not very keen on the prices rising very sharply, because what the industry likes is that the prices rise steadily, because then over a decade people can enjoy returns steadily, but that is commercial real estate for you.
But the way I have been able to understand, I think 90% of your development, or if I may say 100% of your development, is commercial, because whatever you have done in residential is really super luxury or super elite.
So, no matter, and New York, let's talk about more than 100 years ago, Empire State Building, and still after 10 decades, after 100 years, that building stands as an example what made New York, New York. So, what I had realized was not major, or not, I couldn't at that time when we started this, no player was making a landmark building, a statement building that could get people to visit India. I am a little patriotic, so I want the world to come to India and spend money. I want the world to come and see what India is, who we are, and what we can really do. And that's when I decided I have to create certain landmarks.
Why do cities like Gurgaon, Mumbai, Bangalore are perceived more advanced, or for a lack of a better word, are more developed than Noida real estate?
See, whenever you do something, whenever you're performing, you always save the best for the last, right? So, Delhi NCR first experimented with different satellite cities, learnt everything and learned from all the mistakes they had done at various places, and put all the best in Noida. So, Noida is relatively a very new satellite city compared to the other places. The way it has been planned, the infrastructure, the kind of people that are now coming in, the kind of beautiful and amazing developers that are now coming in, I see it as a global powerhouse. One day it will outshine anybody and everybody. See, Uttar Pradesh will be $1 trillion economy soon, and Noida, this place, Gautam Budh Nagar, is its financial capital, just like Mumbai is for India.
Because India is about Bharat, India is about the bigger, one of my friends in media says we should do shows in Hindi and not in English, because Hindi has more reach, and Hindi is Bharat and Bharat is affordable. But here I am with one of the most upcoming developers of the country, making landmark buildings in north of India. Who doesn't want to do affordable?
Affordable housing financially makes much more sense than to make landmark buildings. because it's a very common joke that is there in real estate. Burj Khalifa and address are opposite each other, and the price of address is more than Burj Khalifa per square feet. And they say why? Because they say address has a Burj Khalifa view, the Burj Khalifa does not have that kind of a view. So the kind of buildings we make, yes, people around make more money, but yes, we make the country a little more proud every time we deliver a building.
You ever come into integrated townships? What is your view on integrated townships? Because this is something which is a very upcoming trend and consumers prefer it, and I am surprised you did not speak about it. And what data shows is that if you have a residential society in an integrated township, the price of that residential society is higher than the price of a standalone residential building, and the rental yield of that particular society is more than the rental yield of a residential building, which might not be part of an integrated township. And with the prices of land, it gives you an opportunity to buy a larger piece of land and create something which has hospitality, commercial, residential, a school, a hotel, so on and so forth.
100% agree with your point, and to prove it, yes, we are already doing 2 such townships, one in Noida and one the government has been very kind to let us do a film city. It's the Bayview Bhutani International Film City, and it will be one of the most beautiful integrated townships of the North India, where everything from all filming institutes to studio, the largest studio in the world, the first aqua studio in the world, everything comes to life together.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure,
it was
sir.
a pleasure
Pleasure is
to
mine.
talk to you.